Hi guys, David Pitts Palmer here, DPP coming to you live. How many of you guys have bad days? Raise your hand. I do. I have so many, I don't even have a way of counting them all. I'm trying to adjust my camera. Okay. I've had so many bad days, I can't even count them, and I'm sure you guys have too. But how you find success if you're quitting on a bad day? My list is so long of all the bad days that I've had. But what I've learned is that those bad days have really proven to me how tough I can be, what challenges I can face, and how I can overcome those challenges. So how many of you guys have bad days? I am going to tell you guys, this week has been kind of tough. It's been a little rough. But one thing I know is that tomorrow is going to be a better day. I always say that tomorrow's going to be a better day. So yesterday it was so busy and I had to carry my nephew to see Dr. Ricky. That's what they call her. And I work my Scentsy business on the go because I have to, because there's no way I can just be at home because I have so much going on. So I carried my nephew to the dentist yesterday. He had to Dr. Ricky. It is so strange with me saying that. This is my daughter. She's in dental school. So Dr. Ricky is who's treating us. Thumbs up there, Facebook. Yay. Woo. Oh my goodness. I love this. Obviously, Facebook loved when I said that. So anyway, he had an 8:30 appointment yesterday morning, and I had to wait on him until 12 o'clock. He had to have 2 fillings. So let me tell you guys what I did. How many of you guys have to wait most times? Okay, I have to wait a lot because I have to drop people off, and I'm waiting, drop them off, I'm waiting, have to take the car to the shop, I'm waiting, have doctor's appointments, I'm waiting, dropping other people off, I'm waiting. So not only do I wait, I don't just sit in the car always and wait. I walk, I move. So that gives me a chance to get my steps in while I'm waiting. And yesterday it was raining, so I found a deck to walk in. Yeah, I found a deck. I found a covered area. I can get a little creative when it comes to steps. Sometimes I even go to the mall. Sometimes I go to Walmart. I'm going to take cover, but I'm going to make sure I get those steps in some way. So after I get those steps in, I'll go back to the car. And at that point, I go and see what is it that I need to do. I make notes for myself. In this phone that I have an iPhone, I make notes. So I put things to do and then I check them off as I go. Phone calls I need to make, things that I may need to mail, people I need to see, things like that. Check off my emails, read my emails, check my messages, work with my team members, work with my customers. I have a things to do list because my list is long. So I've heard people say, well, it's just so much going on. It's so much of a challenge for me to get through things. I don't know if I can continue. Guys, don't quit on a bad day, because those bad days are temporary. They're not going to stay. Don't quit on a bad day. I promise you it's going to get better. And I've heard people say, well, I don't know that I want to do something different. I'm afraid. The fear is always on the other side. But you'll never know until you try it. And it's always scary when you haven't done something before, but you'll never know until you try it. Go ahead and try it. Go ahead and make mistakes. Go ahead and mess up. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. All it does is make us become better at what we're doing. Long time ago, there was no way that I could sit here before you and even have this conversation. Somebody was talking to me, having that conversation with me, trying to pour into me so I can learn how to become a better person. I was mentally taken away long time ago. Mentally beat down sort of thing. Didn't have enough courage. Didn't have the faith in myself. I know what that's like because I've been there, done that. And sometimes you are taken away by the words you hear. And the words you speak, guys, you become that. So I had to find a way to step away from that. So I had to start speaking great things into myself, into my life, in order to see change. Because mentally, I mean, sometimes those words that you hear could be worse than a beatdown mentally, because it stays with you. That stays in your memory so long. And you know what? A lot of times we have a hard time remembering things, but one thing you remember is when somebody's done you wrong. That stays with you forever. It's like it's hard to erase that. Even though you forgive, but it's hard to forget. And Lord knows we need to forgive, but we need to move on, pray about it, and keep going. So I just wanted to offer this to somebody who may be discouraged in some way and need change. Guys, I know this because I've been presented with so many things in my life where I didn't think there would be a tomorrow. But each time, tomorrow kept getting better and better and better and better. All because I did not quit on a bad day. So don't quit on a bad day. When you're going through something, guys, keep going. Don't quit on a bad day. Tomorrow is going to be better. It always will be better. But we won't know if we're quitting. So stay with it. Stay the course. I mean, even in my business, there's always going to be peaks and valleys. That's just the way life is. Success looks like this. Sometimes success could look like that, and then it can look like that, and it can look like that, and it can look like that, and it can look like woo, like that. So it's never going to be a straight line. It's all about how we deal with the ups and downs. I mean, when we're up here, of course, we're happy. When we come down here, we're sad. But guys, it's not going to stay like that. We totally have control over that. Now, in the business that I'm in, I'm a Scentsy consultant. The one thing I do know about Scentsy, the product sell itself. We have high quality products. They're not sold in stores. Our products come with a lifetime warranty. I was explaining this I have a brand new team member who joined yesterday. She's never heard of Scentsy, never used Scentsy. And she said, as I was looking through the prices and I could see some things priced at different price points, and I told her about how she can explain this. We do have various price points, and that's a good thing, because I have some customers, they don't care what it costs. They love it so much. They don't even question it. They just send me a message, say, look, I want that. But for those who are not able to, Scentsy has solutions for that. We have a clearance section. We always having some kind of sale. And it doesn't get any better than being able to earn some things at a discount or no out-of-pocket costs. It doesn't get any better than that. So we have all those options. And when I told her about how I can put my finger in the wax and it doesn't burn me because the heat doesn't exceed your body temperature, and how effective it is when I walk into my front door, thumbs up again, Facebook, I love it. So when I walk into the front door, when I put my new fragrance in, you can smell it throughout my house. I don't know of anything else like that. That's pretty amazing. I love that Scentsy has tailored the fragrances to fit everybody. We have 80 fragrances, more than that most times. So we have something for everybody. Then we have the products on the go, things you can use in your house, household cleaning products, laundry products. We have so much. So I say all that to say that Scentsy sell itself. So to my sisters and brothers who are Scentsy consultants, when you don't find yourself having success with your business, that's when you have to revisit you, because the product is going to sell itself. Then we have to figure out, what is it that we're doing? What is it that we're not doing? What is it that we have not tried? I know, because there's I remember back in 2020, I taught myself 30-some new ways to work my business. And there's still so many other things that I have not even touched on yet. And I've been with Scentsy for almost 15 years. And I know that the product sells itself. I have regular customers. I'm just grateful because my customers are very, very amazing. I have, throughout my years of Scentsy, guys, I've had thousands of customers. Thousands of customers. Right now, and I kind of lost contact with some of them at the beginning because I didn't have a true follow-up, because I really didn't know what I was doing. So now I do better with the follow-up. And when I looked at my follow-up app, I have over 3,000, almost over 4,000 customers in my follow-up program. That's pretty amazing, right? So that lets you know people love what we have to present. So I would say never quit on a bad day. I love what I do. I love that people give me feedback and say, oh, I love the products. This is so amazing, and it makes me happy. It makes me happy to hear customers say it makes them happy. There's nothing like walking into a place and it smells good. That's the first thing you're going to recognize. First thing you recognize when you walk into a house or a building is the way it smells, whether it's good or bad. That is the one thing you will remember. It's going to stand out. As soon as they're joining me, I see Jessie and I see Sister Girl. Hey, Cynthia Girl, Sister Girl. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I had something in my house, and Cynthia's a new consultant, and she came to my house. She said, oh, it smells so good. She said, it smells so good. And she said, one thing I love is for my house to smell good. She said, I want my house to smell good. This lady is a lady of class. She said, I want my house to smell good. Yes. And I remember, and I tell this story every time she joins me. I just love her so much. I remember being in a group where she was, and I put in the group, is there anybody interested in becoming a consultant for, I think it was $20 at the time. And she said, can somebody tell me if this is a scam or not? And somebody came along and said, no, she's not a scam. She's legit. One of my other friends came out and validated that I was not a scam. So I put my phone number out there, and Cynthia called me. And she said, oh, I'm so glad that you're not a scam, because she said, there's so many scammers out there. I said, yeah, I know. So once I proved to her that I was not a scam, that I was really passionate about what I do, she joined. Right then, she joined. And it didn't stop there, guys. This lady's on a mission. I challenged her to do something with her business, and she's on a mission. The mission will not be complete until she hit those numbers. That's how she is. She's driven like that. And in addition to that, she has slight limitations, but she doesn't let that hold her back. Not at all. She has to be on a machine every day for an hour at a time for her legs. This lady is on a go. She go out there to games with her kids, her grandkids. She go live. She has a Scentsy shirt. She go live with stuff that come in. She just signed up with the Scentsy Club, getting a whip box. This lady is on the move. She is on a mission. She reminds me of me. I see so much of me in it. She's determined against all odds. See, that's just like me. I'm on a mission because I have all these things stacked against me with everybody I have to take care of. Being a caregiver is really hard. Taking care of adults is hard. It's harder than taking care of babies. So when you're on a mission and things are not going the way you expect them to all the time, guys, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to change the channel. You got to go in another direction. If one thing isn't working for you, go in another direction. And the one other thing I want to say is that she show up. We have these Zoom calls and whatever else we put out there, she is on it. And she says that, she said this to me. She said, gives me something to do. It gives me something to look forward to. She loved her kings and queens because that's what she called. She called all the ladies queens. She called all the guys kings, because we got guys too. And she's always celebrating others. I love that in the community. It takes a village to be successful. Can't do it by yourself. You cannot. And I love celebrating others. And that's how you are going to receive the blessings. When you celebrate somebody else, you automatically receive those blessings. But don't quit on a bad day. I mean, even Sister Girl there, when she said she was challenged with technology, she said, I didn't really think that I could get this to work because the technology is challenging to me. And she has internet issues where she lives. But guess what, guys? She would get in her car and go find a better connection to make it work. So you do what you need to do to make sure that things work out. But don't quit on a bad day. Guys, there's so much to be thankful for. There's so many things that we can do to change where we are. I know, because I've been at the bottom so many times I can't count. But I always knew that if give me another chance. If you just allow God, if you just allow me another day, I'm going to make sure I take advantage of that day and make the most out of that day. And that's how we have to think. We got to say it to ourselves that we are capable. We are amazing. We are beautiful. We have to speak that into existence, because if we don't, I mean, we got to believe it first before anything else matters. It doesn't matter if somebody else says it to us. We got to believe that. How many times you may have told somebody that you know is really pretty, and you tell them how pretty they are, but they're on the inside, they don't think they are. So it doesn't matter unless you believe you are. So speak that into existence. Say it to yourself that I am capable. And whatever goal you're trying to set, I want you to set that goal. I want you to mark it and set it with a deadline. Everything I've done in my business, guys, thank God this is my business, because I helped somebody else build a legacy. So this is my turn to create one for my family. The one thing I've learned in the things that I do with my business is to set a goal. Not only do I set a goal, I set a deadline. Because if you set a goal without a deadline, you're going around in circles just like that. So you have to pressure yourself to say, okay, I'm going to do this by this date. When I promoted to the highest title as a Scentsy consultant back in 2017, Facebook loved the thumbs up. Yay! Woo, 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 woo. So back in 2017, when I promoted to the highest title, as a superstar director back in 2017, I was the first person in Alabama to promote to superstar director in Alabama. I'm the only African-American consultant to hold that title. I remember it took me 7 years. First of all, let me go there. It took me 7 years to get to that level. 7 years. And every time somebody would promote over me, I would say, I'm next. I'm next. I'm next. I would always say I'm next. I would celebrate them, and I would say, okay, I'm next. Because what that did, it made me know that it was possible. If they can do it, I can do it too. It amazed me that the opportunity was out there for us. All of us started with some type of starter kit in a website, free the first 3 months. All of us started with that. But all of us work at a different pace. We have different obstacles that we have to overcome. Our situations are all different. So even though this is not a race, it's not about competition, but I love to see successful people because it makes me know that I can do this too if I put my mind to it. So it took me 7 years to do it. And I'm okay with that, because there were some things at the beginning that I missed because I did not understand, and I did not set a goal with a deadline. But in 2016, in December, I set a goal with a deadline. I said, okay, God, I am going to promote to the superstar director in 2017. I gave myself that year to do it because I had to prep and prepare myself to do this and get my mind right to accomplish this, because this is a huge taking. It was a huge goal for me. So I did it, guys. I did it in October of that year. I did it, guys. And to me, that was like having a PhD, because it really is. I thought I had it's like I achieved a PhD, really. And the one thing that I overheard somebody say this: if you work a Scentsy business as if you were in college, which means going to classes, doing the assignments, if you do that 4 years, just like you were in college, you can potentially make more money than anybody with a college degree. Income disclosure would go down below. I'll get that, grab that, and put it in the comments. Somebody said that if you just work your business 4 years as if you were in college, you can make more money than somebody with a college degree, PhD. Somebody said that. So this is, my daughter is in medical school right now. She's never had a traditional job. Now, she's worked with me and been my assistant because it's hard. School is hard. I've seen her. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do what she's doing. When she was in undergrad, that girl took her books everywhere she went. She was so dedicated to her studies. So anybody, if you take that same situation that she did and apply it to a Scentsy business, you could potentially make more money than doctors. Yes, and I know people with Scentsy that make more money than doctors. It's because they put in the work. They set a deadline about when they wanted this to happen. So guys, I am just trying to say, don't quit on a bad day, because tomorrow is going to bring about a change. And we cannot be afraid to do things we've never done before, because fear will hold you back. Fear will rob you of your dreams. So don't quit on a bad day. I'll tell people all the time, if you're going through something, take a pause, but don't quit. Because when you quit, I don't know how many times when I go places, people will say, I love Scentsy, I absolutely love it, but my consultant is no longer selling. They don't sell anymore. So what happens when somebody quit, that means you leave all this for somebody else. And that is probably the reason why my PRV is always strong, because people keep quitting. You can't quit, guys, because when you quit, you leave room for everybody else to prosper. So, I mean, my personal sales range from 4,000 to 10,000 consistently every month, because people love Scentsy. They do. They love it. And I love my customers. I treat them as if they're the only one. Again, income disclosure is going to go down below as I talk about income. But my personal sales range between 5,000 and 10,000 a month. Guys, let me tell you, I work events. I do fundraisers. I do things virtually. I do things in face-to-face. I have repeat customers. I'm my biggest customer too. And all my family members use Scentsy. My close friends use Scentsy. So again, like I said, the product sells itself, but as we present it to people, that's how we get people to want to be even introduced to it. Like again, my new team member, I met her 2 years ago at a bank. I went to the bank to get a cashier's check for my brother, because my brother's car was a total loss. So I went to the bank, and I cannot remember how it came up. The conversation came. I don't know. I may have had on a Scentsy shirt. I don't know. But anyway, we started talking about Scentsy, and we connected on social media. And she's been following me for 2 years, guys. So the other day, when I made a post on Facebook, I said, is there anybody out there interested in becoming a Scentsy consultant for zero out-of-pocket costs? I said, raise your hand if you're interested. I'm saying that now. Is there anybody out there interested in becoming a consultant for zero out-of-pocket cost? Raise your hand. Well, she raised her hand. I sent her a message, and she kind of forgot about Scentsy. I guess, I don't know that I even really had time to explain to her what Scentsy was. I don't think I did, because she was at work. She worked at a bank. She's a teller. So I sent her my website. She looked at it. She said, well, I don't see you in these videos. I said, okay, let me send you some other videos. So I was in one of the videos that I sent her. She said, okay, I'll give it a try. Then she came back and said, well, I'm 63 years old. Can I do this? I said, you sure can, because I'm 62. So she said, oh, okay, I'll give it a try. I said, yeah, I'm 62 too. I got a mind of a 30-year-old though. I mean, you're just as young as you are. I mean, yeah, young as you feel. That's what I'm trying to say. So, she joined, and we spent time on the phone last night, and I am going to carry her a warmer to her job tomorrow. She will get her kit next week. So she wanted to, because again, she don't know what Scentsy is. She wants a warmer plugged into the bank where she worked. She said, I know they're going to want to buy it. So I'm going to take a warmer to her tomorrow to have at the bank so she can collect some orders, because she's trying her best to hit her shooting star. I love that Scentsy has all of these things in place for new consultants. So she's trying to earn her shooting star. And I told her, like, I'm going to help you do this. So anyway, guys, don't quit on a bad day. Because we all have bad days. I have them all the time. But don't quit on a bad day. This business is such a blessing, guys. It has truly helped me and my family in so many ways. And I could be here all day if I told you all the things. But after working for a place for almost 40 years, and to be forced out of that job, guys, for almost 40 years, because I was there with Mama, trying to nurse her back to health, because Mama was about to slip away. I had to change her hospital a total of 4 times. But I was there for her. I was there to be a voice, because she could not talk. Mama was on a ventilator. Mama was septic. all of that, really sick. They had pretty much given up on her. The doctors like, oh, you know, looking at her because of her age and just pretty much giving up. No, I'm not giving up on mama. No, I'm going to be right here to speak on her behalf. I remember times that I would be in the bathroom and the doctor would walk in and they walk right back out. No, here I am. Come on back on in here. Let me tell you about what's going on with mama. So I had to be there because you didn't know when the doctor was going to come in. So I had to be there all the time. And my previous boss said, why you have to be there all the time? You're not a doctor. Well, I had to be there all the time because if I had not been there, mama may not be here. Mama is doing well. That's been almost 3 years ago now, guys. Let me see. It was, that was in 2021. Yeah, that's been almost 3 years ago. I'm so grateful because there was a time that I could not travel because I had to be close to mama. I didn't want to be so far away. So Scentsy has been a blessing for me because I stepped out there on faith and now I'm working Scentsy full time. I've been a full-time Scentsy consultant now for almost 3 years. This business has afforded me a way to help take care of my family. And you guys are a lot. I have to thank you guys for helping me with this because you guys, when you support my business, when you buy from me, when you share my videos, when you like my videos, when you recommend people, you are supporting the family. And I really, really appreciate you guys so much more than you could ever imagine. That's why I come back here to tell you guys that don't quit on a good day. I mean, on a bad day. I'm ADD too. Don't quit on a bad day because good days are coming. I promise you, I can attest to that. Good days are coming. They are, because it was pretty dark back then in 2021 for me, guys. I was at work when I got the phone call from the nursing home saying that they rushed mama to the hospital. When I got there, mama couldn't even talk. Her mouth was just swollen. She couldn't eat, couldn't talk. She weighed about 80 pounds. So don't quit on a bad day because better days are coming. And I remember asking that doctor, can you move mama to another hospital? This hospital is not, they were not equipped to take care of mama's condition. And they kept saying, oh, no, we can do it. No, you are not equipped. I had to keep fighting for that. And eventually they agreed once I kept fighting for that. But if I had not fought for that, mama wouldn't be here today, guys. She would not be here. I fought for that. I fought for her life. And here we are 3 years later. Mama's doing fine. Mama's memory is better than most. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And have a great Thursday. Have a great Thursday, guys. Love you, each and every one of you. Take care. Bye.